Welcome back everyone to more career mode gameplay of NASCAR Heat 5. And in today's video, we're headed to Las Vegas. But before we get to Vegas, there's a couple of things we need to take care of. One is this paint scheme. So the good and the bad here, it obviously has no match whatsoever to the Mountain Dew logo or the general color scheme of Mountain Dew. However, with that being said, it's starting to grow on me. Let's actually hop over to edit my car and let's take a brief look at the scheme itself, and I'll sort of give you guys an idea of where I am. And of course, at first, just like I mentioned last time, I am not an artist. I'm not a painter. I have no idea what I'm doing, but a couple of things that are giving me issues with this car. And it's mainly around the colors themselves. The colors look so washed out with the lighting here that I just can't find anything I like. So in my frustration, I was looking through some of the colors just to see if I could find a color that I did like, and that's how the purple came to be. It's the one thing that pops the best of anything to me with our limited choices that are available within this particular paint shop. So that's why I've gone to the purple. I'm hoping at some point I can continue trying things and eventually find something that I like better. But for now, purple it is. Now the biggest thing that is throwing me off is the stripe. But it's not really just a stripe. If you notice, the hood is changing, but the roof is also changing. And that's what's really throwing me off, because I don't like the fact that the roof is changing. So I'm just having issues all the way around with this thing. But the good news is we only have to deal with this for a short time before NASCAR Heat 6 or whatever the new name for the franchise is going to be will be released, because I expect that's going to happen within the next couple of months, maybe 2 to 3 months. We'll be at least getting a lot more information, if not the game itself, by then. So we'll keep messing around with this, and hopefully in the next installment of the franchise we will get a much bigger array of options here in the paint shop. Hopefully a total redo where we can even share paint schemes, because it would be a whole lot better for me to simply use a paint scheme from a talented painter and artist rather than trying my feeble attempts at doing it myself. But this is where we are right now. I'm going to continue working with this, but for right now we are going to hop out of that and talk about the second thing that we need to get to today before the race. And that is, in the top right hand corner, you notice not only do we have 10 million fans, but we have $4.5 million. And that means we can work over to the work plan, hop into upgrade departments, go from 90 to 95, and we have enough money to make that happen. So let's go ahead and make that purchase. That takes us down to just $500,000 left, but no matter for that, we got exactly what we needed. Now we need another $8 million to finish the car off, and hopefully we can make that happen as the season rolls along as well. The sooner, the better. But for now, we need to assign some employees. So I'm going to go ahead and use auto assign once again. And you can see in the bottom right-hand corner, we've got Speedway, 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 and Speedway with the short track right in the middle. So lots and lots of Speedways, which is why it wouldn't be a bad idea to have 3 Speedway chassis, just to make sure that you are never without a fully upgraded chassis when you need one. But for right now, we are doing pretty good. Now we've got, let's see, Aero, of course, is not quite going to be fully upgraded. Not yet anyway. It'll take a little bit into the cycle to make that happen. But I do want to do one thing very quick. Let's hop over to the teammates and let's find our Aero folks. So we've got Cameron. Who else is on Aero? And Aaron. Okay, so let's go ahead. Which one is... Okay, that would be Cameron that is currently on chassis number 1. So let's go ahead and find him. Train employee. And do we have enough? Nope, not quite enough to max him out. But we'll go ahead and move him up to 11. And that way, at least we're inching our way forward. We'll continue working on these guys and increasing them. Remember, 12 is the max for them, and the remainder of the performance you have to get through the end of the race, and the bonuses for smooth driving, moderate driving, and so on. But I like our chances. We've got 100, 100, and 92 on Arrow, so not bad overall. 249,000 left in the bank. But the most important thing is we're ready to head to Vegas. So let's go ahead and start that work. All right, everything looks good there. Let's select the car. And of course, we want chassis number 1. Get that taken care of. We're headed to Vegas. All right, folks, here we go from Las Vegas. We'll be starting on the outside of row number 3. So 6th position, not too bad, just a couple of tenths off the pole. As always, playing around with the setup some more. Like to see what works and what doesn't. Normally about this time in the year, I'd be playing around with setups in anticipation for next year's game, but I do believe next year's game is going to be completely different than what we've seen in the past with regard to physics. So now, we're just doing it for fun.
Car outside, hold your line.
As we talked about in the past, Vegas is one of my favorite tracks to race against the AI because the AI are very strong compared to me. So they put up a really nice fight and make the race very fun. The least fun tracks are the ones where you can just get out in front and come home with an easy victory, lapping almost the entire field. That is not fun. That's where you have to start looking for ways to make it fun and challenging by playing around with the setup, as we've done many times in the past here on the channel. Take some speed out of the car, and that way you can make it interesting.
Still there. Car on the outside now.
All right, let's see what we got here. Hamlin, we're closing in on him. Let's see what he's got. We're in 2nd place now. We've managed to clear the 4 car, at least for the time being. Woo! I thought the 11 was going to give me some room there, but on entry, he did not. So that was enough. He bluffed me into letting him back in front without any challenge, so his bluff worked that time. That's not the kind of bluff you want to do on the last lap, though, I'll tell you that. So far, so good. We're right up here contending for the lead, about halfway through stage number 1. And as always, one of the biggest decisions we're going to have to make today is, do we pit at all during the race? We've been pitting after stage 2 so that we really condense the race down into, can we come through the field in 10 or 12 laps? And if we can, how far can we get through there? Oh, yikes. Really gained some ground on him right there. Let's give him a nice little nudge there coming off turn 2. So there are definitely parts of the corner where we are faster than the 11, but I don't know that we got enough speed to get by him overall. But we can definitely mess with his head, though. We are getting very large in his mirror at certain points, like right about now.
Stay at the bottom here.
Where we are right in that mirror, filling it up. So he's moving around the track. Running the top side is a lot of fun at this track. But you can see, we can't quite get to him to get by him, but we are right there hounding him. All right, the good news for us is 3rd place is well behind at this point. So we're free to have some fun here with Denny Hamlin. Put on a show for the crowd. As much as you can anyway at these 1.5 miles with the 550 horsepower package. Because these guys are so limited. I mean, outside of traffic issues, there's no reason for me to lift here. I can simply drag the brake just a little bit on corner entry just to get the nose pointed and get the car going the direction I want. All right, final lap, and look at that. He's running extremely high, even on what we'll call the straightaway. Yeah, this is almost just him taunting us, running that high, even on the straight. You can see we can definitely gain on him, but just don't quite have enough to complete that pass. So we'll come home in stage 1 in second position. All right, so we'll rack up some nice points there for stage number 1. Let's move on now to stage number 2. No reason to pit there. And I'm liking the idea of pitting just because it's so much fun to start in the back and try to get as far forward as you possibly can in a very short number of laps.
Got a car low now. 10 to go. Got a car coming inside now.
All right, we'll try to pinch him down some here on the start. See if we can't get the lead, even if it's just temporary. But man, he is fighting back hard. Now I know he's going to have a better car than us going down through 3 and 4. That's generally the case for me at these places. So you can see he easily is able to clear me going through there.
Careful, still there. Inside.
This just gives me another excuse to move up and run a little bit higher. See what we can do here for stage 2. We do want to get all the stage points we can get. Even though once you get a victory, then all that really matters to you are stage wins, not necessarily stage points. Those no longer really matter a whole lot.
Hold your line, got one inside. All clear.
All right, so 10 laps here in the second stage.
Stay on the bottom.
I drove it in a little too hard there, trying to get underneath him. So didn't quite have the momentum that we needed there in the corner.
Inside. Careful, still there.
It's a lot smoother up here in the high side of 1 and 2 in particular. A lot smoother than running at the bottom, that's for sure. And then 3 and 4 is very smooth to run on the high side, just not quite as fast as what I might prefer it be, but it's still tons of fun to get up here and run.
Inside. Inside, inside.
All right, big run on the straightaway after he gains on us through the corner.
Car low now. Car there on the inside.
All right, so you can see the high side is just not working out quite as fast for me as the bottom would have been. All right, the 19 really struggled there in 1 and 2, as did the 4. I think the biggest problem might have been the 4 was holding him up. Yeah, making a pass on the bottom and holding it on is just, that's two separate things. You can get there. You can see it was very easy for us to get alongside of the 19. But completing that pass when you can't use the whole track on exit is a whole different discussion. But that's what makes it fun.
Careful, still there.
All right, what is it? What we got? 3 laps to go? Yeah, 3 laps here in stage number 2.
Still there.
All right, so the 19 goes high. We'll go to the middle. Try to get a little bit more momentum coming off the corner.
Careful, still there. Careful, still there.
So that's a pretty good exit right there, but I still cannot clear him. We're so close, we just can't quite get there to where we need to be. But yeah, the 4 is definitely struggling some. He's holding both of us up at this point, it appears. But as long as he keeps putting his car right in the right spots, then there's not a whole lot we can do with him. All right, final lap here in stage 2. Still find ourselves, after we've definitely fallen back some, we're still right here knocking on the top 5. So definitely not a bad run at all. And you can see that 4 is just, hey, he's hanging in there. He's struggling, but he's hanging in there.
Stay low.
So close, but we're just going to miss the top 5.
Top 10.
But 6th place, not bad. We'll take the stage points there. 5 more stage points to add to our tally. And overall, not bad. But now is where the fun really begins for us. So are we going to pit? Of course we're going to pit. We are definitely going to pit. I'm not going to make any changes here. Let's just go with what we got. So we can let the fun begin. 40th out of 40.
Coming to the green.
So our goal now, our job, is to go where they're not. The hard part is figuring out where they're not going to be. That's much easier to do in iRacing, where they follow the same line lap after lap. But here, we'll have to see what they do. Do they give us the high side?
Still there.
Like right now. Of course, this is great till we get on the straightaway. Like that. And they don't give us that lane anymore. Alright, so now we're going to try to stay down here as best I can. Make some passes on this straight.
Careful. Still there. Top 3, use it if you need it.
Alright, let's move out here, see what they're going to give us.
Stay high up here.
Okay, so they give us the high side there.
Got one down low.
That's good. Greatly appreciated. Thank you very much. Oh, until the 37 decides it's time to come right up in front.
You got room. You're clear. Clear low there.
All right, so John Hunter goes way high.
All right, you're clear.
Come on. Pick a lane. Let's go. The 88 car is trying to run right in the middle there.
Got one up top.
And not give me any room, but we're just not going to allow that. We just can't have it. We got places to go. The 88 car is just going to have to move. So as always, we got somewhere around 10 laps or so, give or take.
Still there.
And we got to make it as far back forward as we can.
Clear low there.
One car. Again, you have to figure out where they're going to be and where they're not going to be.
Clear low, bud.
And I was really hoping that one car was going to go to the middle of the track there, and he did not. All right, we're back up to 18th. And we've got how many laps? 8 laps. All right, so
Stay on the bottom here.
we got a little bit of time. And, of course, I needed the 14 to give me just enough room, and that is exactly what he did. And I mean just enough room to get through there.
Careful. Still there. All right, you're clear there.
All right, up inside the top 15 now. And everybody's still fairly close together as far as the running order.
Still there.
All right, try to get to the outside here. I need to get back down to the bottom, though.
All right, you're clear.
Whew, just in time. There we go.
Hold that line, driver.
Oh.
You got room. You're clear.
Of course it was the 22 to cut down across like that. Of course it was. He just did not want to get with the program. I'll give him a light little nudge there. Can't afford to play with him too much. I mean, we can't have too much fun with the 22 there. But we can have some. Alright, that puts us up into the top dozen. But now they're starting to get a little bit more spread out.
5 laps to go. Still there?
Alright, so that 9 car,
Careful, still there.
he's not terribly worried about his running position right now. He's got his victory.
Careful, still there.
A little friendly tap.
Clear high, clear high.
He really did not want us to get a good entry into that corner, did he? All right, that's going to put us into the top 10. Now, the good news is we got 4 cars right here in front of us. And I'm hoping we can pass all of them, but we are running short on time. So we got to get with it. 3 laps remaining. What can we get done in 3 laps? I was having to drag the brake a lot more than I wanted to. Alright, where are these guys going on corner entry? Yeah, these guys are just blocking everything. So I'm alright. Let's go to the apron.
Just a couple more turns. 2 more.
See what we can do with this.
Your line, got 1 outside.
Alright, what can we get done here? Can we clear them all?
Stay low, stay low.
Ooh, we were close.
You got room, you're clear.
Alright, there we go. Took an extra little bit of time to clear the 12 car. But coming down to the white flag, I like where we're at.
1 more to go.
That is not bad. Final lap, and we are in 7th position. And let's see what the 47 is going to give us, or better yet, what he's not going to give us. Oh, couldn't quite get there. Ooh, I really thought he was going to give me something there by running on in the middle groove, but he did not quite give it to me, so good move by him. And for us, we'll come home in 7th position. All right, I'll take that. That was a fun race, which is always the primary goal. So 7th position, which is pretty much where we were running. I think it was 6th position we were in, 5th, 6th, somewhere in there whenever we pitted. So 7th position, not bad. I can handle that. And as always, a lot of fun racing against the AI here at Las Vegas. So 7th position, let's see what kind of money we made. Okay, 1.1 million. We'll take that. We've gotten used to making at least $1 million in these races, you know, through the playoffs and ending the previous season. And then, of course, you get to Daytona and you get spoiled with a huge payday. But now, 1.1, we will take that. Let's take a look at the point standings. Not bad. We're in 2nd position right now. Got a 1-point lead on Denny Hamlin. And then take a look below him. Kyle Busch in 4th with 66 points. How about that? A 20-point advantage, or right at 20-point advantage for the top 3 over 4th position. That is a great start to the season. So that's going to do it for today. Thank you once again so much for joining me, and stick around for more NASCAR Heat 5.